In this video, we're going to talk about taxes. Taxes is one of the hardest things for me to grasp as a new immigrant in Canada, and I guess a lot of people who aren't even immigrants still struggle with what taxes are. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the differences between income tax and sales tax and what the different acronyms means, GST, HST, and the rest. We're not going to talk about how you can save on taxes in this video. We're going to save it to the next video. We're going to try to break down taxes for better understanding. We're going to start off with sales tax. It's a tax that you incur when you buy stuff. Now, we hear or see a lot of things like GST, HST in our receipts. We're going to talk about what they mean. GST is goods and services tax. Simply, it's the amount that you pay in taxes when you purchase something made in Canada. In every province, it's a flat fee. There are some exemptions to this rule though. Certain things like milk, bread, vegetable, grains, and a few other livestock products you buy in supermarkets and grocery stores, even pharmaceutical items like drugs, don't have GST. So you do pay GSTs on almost everything made in Canada except those few exceptions. PST is a retail tax set by the province. So you can have a GST on a certain item and a PST as well. A good example would be, say you went to a store, Dollarama for example, and you picked up a pen. For that pen, you could have, if you were in Ontario, you would have a GST because the pen is made here, and a PST for the provincial tax as well. Think of it like this: when you pay the GST, it goes to the government. When you pay the PST, it goes to the specific province. There are some provinces, however, that don't require a PST. In Canada, there are 10 provinces and 3 territories, and out of all of these, 5 of them require both a GST and a PST. For simpler reasons, the government has merged some of them together. For provinces that require both a GST and a PST, it's called a harmonized sales tax. So when you see an HST on your receipt or bill, that's what that means. 5 of the provinces that charge HST are Newfoundland and Labrador, your very own Ontario, PEI, and New Brunswick. And places that charge only HST would be Alberta. Now, like I said, we're not going to go into detail on what each province is charged for charges for GST or HST or PST. I'm just going to put a list of all the different provinces charged for the individual tax breakdown in a spreadsheet in the description. Or if I can't do that, I don't know if I can put a spreadsheet there. I'm just gonna paste it there for your reading if you want to. Check in the description below. The next big thing would be income taxes. As much as we get charged all of these taxes when we buy stuff, you're also taxed first when you get paid. Income taxes, just like the GST and PST, have both a federal income tax and a provincial income tax. And the total depends on what province you're in. No two provinces are the same. For the purpose of this video and for the purpose of time, I've used Saskatchewan as an example because I think it's very straightforward and they have one of the shortest breakdowns that is easy to understand. Saskatchewan charges a combined 10.5% on the first $46,773. So anything below $46,773, you will get charged 10.5%. Anything between $46,773 and $133,638, you get charged an additional 12.5%. Now, I've said it like this because a lot of people get confused. The way the tax system works is you're charged a certain amount up to a certain point, and any point above that you're charged a little bit extra. People think if you make $70,000 and you live in Saskatchewan, you're charged the entire 12.5%. That's not how it works. You're charged 10.5% up to $46,773, and the additional above that up until $133 and change, you're charged 12.5%. Anything above $133,638, you're charged an additional 14.5%. Every other province has a similar tax breakdown with their caps. Some provinces make it easy and just give you 5 brackets. Ontario has about 6. Again, just like the sales tax perspective, I'm going to put it below for your viewing pleasure. If you're interested, go there, check it out. and see what the differences are. There are a few other charges with income taxes like your CPP in Ontario and your EI, which many other provinces have, but this video is specifically about taxes, so we're not going to talk about them in this video. We might do a different video with income charges breakdown and discuss it further, but for now, that's what you pay from the taxes perspective. Now, just real quick, from the income tax perspective, everyone working has a retirement savings plan, RSP, tax deferment bracket that you can contribute to. When you contribute to your RRSP, you reduce your income tax earnings, thereby reducing your tax bracket overall. Good example would be, say you live in Saskatchewan, you make $50,000, now you're over the first bracket of 10.5%. If you contributed whatever was over that 10.5% bracket into your RSP, say you have the room, you're able to only pay 10.5% in taxes, and whatever taxes that you would have paid will be remitted back to you at the end of the year. I hope I made it as easy as possible to understand. These things can get very technical very quickly, especially looking through all the numbers. They can get quite confusing, but always remember, when you are paid, you get your provincial and federal income taxes taken out before you get the paycheck. A good way to understand it would be knowing what your bracket is and how much you are paying in taxes, and then you can contribute accordingly to your RSPs to lower your tax bracket and reduce your taxes at the end of the year, or get some money back during tax season if you're into that sort of stuff. And then if you are at a restaurant and you get an HST bill of whatever percentage it is, depending on the province you are, you're not too mad about it anymore because you understand now what you're being charged for, why, and maybe you should move to a different province that doesn't charge PST so you can pay lower sales tax on stuff that you buy. I stayed for a while in Alberta a couple years ago, and it was so interesting to find out that a lot of the stuff that you'd be buying are a lot cheaper because you're paying only GST and not PST. But for some stuff, they just hiked up the price a little bit to compensate for the difference, but not on everything. But yes, there are different provinces that charge only GST. Yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be doing more videos like this. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.